Everybody. I was gonna wait to do this until the tents arrived, but it seems that they are taking forever. And they're not going to be here till Tuesday. And I'm not gonna wait for that. I wanna tell you what's going on now. It's very exciting. So, my company being, not they, me, I have an immediate outreach division. And our immediate outreach division is based on what are the things that immediately, when someone becomes homeless, what do they need? And the basis of that is food, water, and shelter. And hi. um, and and just so everybody knows, I will say hello and everything. I get distracted easily, so for right now, I'm gonna stick to subject. Um, so Being is offering what are called first step kits, and this is based on the belief that to stabilize and have a good quality of life, you need the first steps, and that is food, water, and shelter. And with displaced peoples, and what is happening right now is we have things like pandemics, which cuts down on usable and safe water. So first things first, very exciting, we have right here a life straw. Now, we know that with communicable diseases, a lot of times they shut down public water stations, things like that. This provides clean water. It can be used anywhere. It will filter it. It's amazing. And, it doesn't, if I can hand this out, this gives someone access, them and their animal. They can use this and, you can use it and then give it to your animal as well. It provides, let's take a look, 264 gallons. And when you look at the cost of this versus what you would have to pay for 264 gallons, it's amazing. So this is the water. This right here, this is the food. Now I want to show you this, and I am going to try to actually balance this phone here and do it this way. This is really cool down, all right? And here is why I did this. Very compact, all right? And I don't know if you know this, but if you go to a store when you're displaced or homeless, I say displaced because it's become a problem with displaced people. These are way more expensive than if you were to order them online. And so I ordered them online because it's cheaper and it's part of our kit. Food, water, and shelter. The tents haven't arrived, so that's the shelter part. So the kits will contain one of each. The food part is here. As you see, has a little carrying case. Open it up, take it out. It comes out. Now this right here, universal connector, goes to any propane or butane source right here. Now, this is the ignition. Doesn't need lighter, anything. This spreads out very easily. Doesn't take, I can do it, I have arthritis, I can do it just like that. And then these come out just like this. And you have a cook space. It's small, but you're able to cook food. And in these areas, as long as you can get to a food bank, you can get to food. We have even public gardens here. So this right here gives you access to being able to prepare your food. So we've got 3 bases covered, because having this is freedom to prepare food. And that's a huge deal. That takes you out of having to have others prepare food for you. So, this is an important thing. And it just folds up real easy. This is just, see, just real simple here, like that. Fold up like this. Just stick it right back in the carry case, like so. Pop it back in there, put the lid on, and it's back in your backpack. Ta-da. So right here we got food and water, and the tents are on their way. And so Being is calling these the first step kits, and right now I've got 4 of these, and I've got 5 of the life straws, and I've got 2 tents coming. I'm hoping to order some more, but that's through our immediate outreach division, and those will be donated. And since I'm a business and I'm not a nonprofit, the immediate outreach division is donations. That what goes through our immediate outreach division is just donations, and what I get donated, I put right into that. The reason that it is a business is because I am a public affairs consulting and training and education. And so what I do is I try to educate people about changes that can be made systematically. And so the life straw, okay, just a moment. So the life straw filters, but water still needs to be purified. No, the life straw purifies the water. It filters, and the thing is here's what we did. The life straw, you can do several things. Like if you were to get a Brita filter, like at camp, we had a Brita filter, and we used the pods for the Brita filter. Here's the issue. That's much more expensive. When you're giving a kit, when you're looking at what's going to happen, okay, there's going to be a huge rise this year in homeless. We're going to have a big rise in displaced people. So we know that because of this, we're going to have also a rise in communicable diseases, such as what happened in California last year. So since we had that issue, we know that they start shutting down public access to water, and it hurts the displaced people. They start losing access to water, and when it's hot, people start dying. And then emergency rooms also get flooded. What happens is they're not able to take that cost in. And this happens over and over and over. And this isn't a primary care situation. Do you see how the costs can add up from that? It isn't as simple as somebody just not having water. These costs from these things and this simple unavailability of something that could be solved as simple as this can cost millions of dollars in the long run. This is a simple solution to what in the end can be catastrophic. So this is a simple solution. Getting people clean water. We need to show people how to use these tools, because yes, our ultimate goal is systematic changes, and that is exactly what my company is about, is making those changes, showing people how to make those changes, how to change the way things run so that the funding is available, so that we can use what's already there in a more efficient manner to get people to where they need to be. However, while that is happening, we also need to know that people need to have a healthy quality of life, and they need to do it where they're at, and not say, well, wait until your house to have a healthy quality of life. We need to make sure that they're safe and have a healthy quality of life now. And that means that we need to look ahead at what they're facing. And since I faced it and I went through it, I know that food, water, and shelter are your base right there. So once you have clean water, and yes, and honestly, in a community, a Brita water filter probably is a better option. And Life Straw has community water filters that do just massive amounts. At this juncture, these are personal kits. My company is not formulated enough for me to do this. I do what I can. These are things that we can do if you can do them. I guess there's always going to be people that are going to ask, why can't you do more? I guess. I don't know. But I think this is a wonderful idea. And this is definitely, I was really thrilled to get the donations to be able to do this. I thought this was awesome. And so the first step kits are on the way. And even though the tents aren't here, I was like so excited to share this and I was expecting them to be here, but it was a pretty rockin' week for me. So I was like, well, they'll get here and I'll share, but they didn't. And so they will be. And, so just know that they're coming, and when they are, there are going to be some people who have first step kits from Being that are going to be donated. What brand and size are the tents? I'm not sure of the brand. I don't have it in front of me, but they are a 4-person. I thought that 4-person are really good. It's a good. The thing is, all tents are pretty much, when you are homeless, they're starter tents. Your tents are not going to last. The environment that you're in it's not, even though people are like, oh, it's like camping. Yes, it's like camping, but you are living in a very rough environment. It is an extreme environment. Tents and those things are made to be pulled nowadays, are made to be pulled out of the closet and used a couple weekends a year. They're not made to live in. And so when you get a tent and things like that, you know that this is a starter, but it's at least a start for these people. And it's a start for somebody, because the first one puts you somewhere. It gives you a start. So I did the 4-person easy setup, because, that's something too that I think about is, you have a population that is full of vulnerable people, and that includes the disabled, myself included. So I found some that were inexpensive and easy pop-up ones. So they were easy to set up. So I thought that would be great. And they were actually really about the same price. They were about, I think, 30 some each. I'm gonna have to look. The thing with the bright colors, you said you don't want a bright colored one. You're right on that, but here's the issue with that. You can always spray paint it. You get what you get. You can't really pick. The ones that are camo, yeah, I know the dark colors are better, but honestly, you go by price. You can't. Most of them are bright orange. It's whatever fads are in. You don't get to choose, really. It's a fad situation, so we'll spray paint them. We'll do what we have to do to camo them, but when we choose what we're going to buy, that's not really, I mean, I'm sure some people, if they have the funds to do that. I did look, and I tried to get, a blue, but it's still kind of a bright blue. No. But that's what we've got, and that's what we're going to be doing. And I'm very excited. I'm still working on the website. I was injured the day before. Well, I look at Jan. I looked at price, and I also looked at easy setup, and I looked at. I got the 4-person because a lot of people have dogs, and there is a lot of couples, and I wanted to make sure that and even as a 1-person, a 4-person tent is really not that big. It isn't just somewhere to sleep. It's nice to have a place to wake up and stretch your arms, or have your clothes set next to you, or be able to set your backpack inside. It's your home now. And having a kit of some new stuff, that matters. So I think that, I think it'll help. Yeah, this is a kit. So this is what I was talking about. So I'm excited about it, and I think that I'm really excited because this is, like I said, the immediate outreach division, and this is where I started. I'm still working on the website. What to find for food? Oh, food is in this area. Food is a matter of getting to the food bank. Food is a matter of getting to the public gardens. Food is a matter of here looking on the trees. Food is a matter of, I'm sorry, okay, here's the issue. If you are not able to get to food, then you need to be in straight up in a shelter or in some sort of assisted living. And they do have, if you absolutely lack the ability to feed yourself, then that's where you need to be, because in the lifestyle I was in, and you can talk, well, you can, but I've talked to, I just know if you live in Seattle and you are homeless and you are able to do other things for yourself and you say that you're starving, you are not doing something right. Seriously, there's food everywhere. And there is, oh, and by the way, there is an amazing, amazing app, and it's also on the web, and it's for, I think it's called, I'm trying to think of it. It's for a foraging app, actually. And it tells you where all the natural food is in the United States. And I'm thinking it's farm something, and I can't remember what it was necessarily. But I looked at it, and Seattle's just amazing. They have public gardens, okay? They have these things called pea patches. You can go up, and you can even start your own garden. It really doesn't matter if you're homeless or not. And it's just like this amazing place. And the food banks, I mean, Starbucks donates to the food banks. Grocery stores donate to the food banks. People donate to the food banks. Farms donate to the food banks. There is food everywhere. If you are hungry, go into a grocery store and ask for the manager, tell the manager, I am hungry. I am starving. But here's the thing. I don't. If I went hungry, I did go hungry numerous times, homeless. Went hungry so many times. Do you know why? It was not for lack of food. It was because I was brain injured and I had so many things to do, I would literally forget to eat. That's what it was. I just was running so hard that I would space eating. It had nothing to do with not being able to find food. I never starved. Not ever. And that's one thing that the kids always said about the camp, is that mom's always got food. It's just that I think that that's where the triage system kicks in, is there are certain people that cannot find food, and those are the people that definitely need to be in care. And I'm going to be honest right now. I'm going to have a little moment of clarity with everyone. I had a really bad night a couple nights ago. It was a robbery attempt, and I cannot do a whole lot of work on the streets anymore. It really got to me. I can do what I do, but there are I think that everybody has their forte. And there are certain populations that I believe that I am just not going to put myself in jeopardy to work with. Which is okay because I have other people that do, and I can get supplies and help to those people without having to directly put myself in danger or work with them. And it just, I think that goes back to, we need to define the difference between what safe use versus safety is. You know, there is a huge difference. Safe use does not mean safety. And if you create a safe use space, that's safe use. That's not safety for the rest of us necessarily, or safety for a person. That means a safe spot for them to use drugs. That's it. That doesn't mean a safe spot for people to be in. And I don't know what people aren't getting about this. They act like they say the word safe use and it's a safe spot. No, it's not. That actually makes it an unsafe spot. It's a safe spot for them to use drugs, period. It's so that they can have a clean space. It is so that they don't transmit communicable diseases. But it is an unsafe spot for the rest of us. And I'm tired, so tired of having me and my dog, Rowan's, safety put in jeopardy consistently. And having it okay somehow. And if it's not okay, I'm not compassionate. Well, I'm here to tell you compassion is not enabling. I have compassion for people. I have compassion for diseases. I do not have compassion for victimizing other people. It's not okay. Oh, I'm very aware of my surroundings. That's why I said it was an attempt. But it doesn't mean that it's okay. And I'm not ever going to say it's okay. You know, it's just, there's no reason for it. It is the same thing, you know, to tell me that I shouldn't be out late, to tell me that I have to do this or have to do that, is the same thing as telling a girl that she shouldn't wear a short skirt or she's going to get raped. No. You need to tell people it's not okay. If you want to have a safe use spot, then you be in your safe use spot till those effects wear off. You cannot be in public having those effects and victimizing other people, period. End of story. And if you cannot keep yourself from doing that, then we have to look at other options, and I'm not sure what those are. So we need to make that discussion. But in all honesty, that's not what my business works on. That's other people's job. As far as that goes, that's not my position in my company. Is making people aware maybe of the financial options that we can take to save money, get funding to where it needs to be, and get every single person into housing regardless of any disease, any illness, anything, because every single person out there deserves safe housing. Every single person deserves safety. And that's my point. I deserve safety too, and I'm tired of excuses as to why I don't. So I don't do that. I don't take donations for doing things for people. I do me. If people want to donate to my cause, that's wonderful. I play it by I do me. I don't have an agenda. I don't play people's favorite songs. Every once in a while I'll give a shout out. But that's not my thing. Sorry. If you want to help people in your area, I can give you ideas of how to do that and how to donate your time and energy to that. That's great. Anyway, I'm going to get going for the night. I just wanted to share everybody my first step kits. You all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I'll talk to you later. And would. Good night.